I cannot believe we are sitting here in the town of New Orleans for a Super Bowl, and it is going to be a three-peat opportunity for the first time ever. I know we've been talking about it for weeks, been talking about it for months, and I know a lot of fans are sick and tired of it being talked about, but it is the most significant opportunity I have ever seen in my 20-plus years of covering this big-time event, the Super Bowl event. I've never seen this as an opportunity, as a possibility. The second time the NFL Network came through the Super Bowl, and that was Super Bowl II for me, was the second in a row for the New England Patriots. They did not make it back, as we know, to the Super Bowl the year after that. The furthest they got was Denver, Colorado, where they lost in the divisional round. The Chiefs have made it here, and they're taking on an Eagles team that knows them very well. And that's how we kick off this program, with a power rankings.
Oh, wow.
Right off the bat.
We don't normally do it, but we figured we would start off our Wednesday show.
Let's do it.
Here at the Super Bowl with a power rankings, and I had to come up with a power rankings of the top 10 players in the big game presented by TurboTax. Hit it.
This is my
Power rankings.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Power Rankings.
Obviously, as we all know, there will be 104 active players on Sunday for Super Bowl 59. As we all know, this big game is filled with big-time players. But I had to come up with 10. And I'm putting a rookie here. And there's some very talented rookies. Quinyon Mitchell. Cooper DeJean.
Indeed.
Will Cooper DeJean have anything to do with maybe keeping Travis Kelce out of the end zone?
He's going to try.
Will he have anything to do with keeping Travis Kelce from getting open in between the numbers?
He's going to try.
I don't have him on my list.
Oh, really?
I have Xavier Worthy on my list.
Oh,
makes
wow.
I'm going with the offensive rookie. in this
Okay.
game. I'm going with Xavier Worthy having an opportunity to be as impactful as anybody else. And that's what part of these power rankings are. You don't have to just be good and talented. You got to be impactful. And Xavier Worthy can impact this game.
Yep.
And if he does, in the same way a certain team from, let's put it this way, New Jersey will be particularly upset if one player is as impactful as I think he will be in this game. Western New Yorkers might be a little upset if Xavier Worthy impacts this game, because let's not forget who the Chiefs traded up with as trade partners to select Xavier Worthy, 28th overall. He scored a couple of touchdowns in the first game of the season for the Chiefs. Will he get in the end zone for his final game as a rookie Kansas City Chief? He's 10 on my list. And number 9 on my list is a guy who had 3 sacks in the divisional playoff win over the Houston Texans. If the Chiefs win this game, I think George Karlaftis is going to have an impactful night, and he's number 9 on my power rankings.
Good one.
He is in his 3rd year with the Kansas City Chiefs, and guess what? They are in their 3rd straight Super Bowl, and one of the reasons why is because this kid has been really terrific off the edge for the Chiefs on a defensive line with Chris Jones all over it ever since he came off the campus at Purdue. George Karlaftis has been impactful. He's number 9 on my power rankings of the top 10 players in this big game. Number 8. We get to some Philadelphia Eagles now.
Oh, finally. I mean, come on. They're in the game, too.
Fair and balanced.
Excuse me, that just means the Eagles will have a certain number in the top 8 of my power rankings.
It's gonna.
All right?
I see what you're doing.
I'm just trying to spin here to say that there is a defensive player of the year candidate in this game. And his name is Zach Bond.
Yeah.
And this guy has been as impactful as any Philadelphia Eagle has been for this team all year long. He was the one on opening Friday night. Waved to everybody and said, hello, everyone in New Orleans. You might recognize me as a Saint who is playing a cup of coffees on defense, but mostly on special teams, and I am now a special defensive player of the year for the Eagles. He had a great opening night in Brazil against the Packers. He has been nothing but stupendous since, and if he can patrol the middle of this field and he can put pressure up the middle potentially on Mahomes, he can be particularly impactful. He's number 8. Number 7, I've done my reading on this guy. Can you see where I'm going?
You think he brings it to the game? Has to.
How
right?
does A.J. Brown not bring the author of inner excellence to New Orleans.
Wow.
How is he not going to be like an honorary captain?
That guy should be doing tours down Media Row.
Well, that guy can fly himself down.
By the way,
the amount of books he sold.
Maybe he will be. If I'm his publisher, I'm sending my author to talk about how impactful he's been to A.J. Brown, who impacted the Super Bowl 57 Eagles loss in the first half with a tremendous adjusting to the ball in the air touchdown catch against the Chiefs the last time they faced. Can A.J. Brown be impactful? He's number 7 on my list. Number 6, rounding out the, if you will, bottom 5 of my power rankings, is one of the greatest playoff players ever, and it's Travis Kelce. I'm putting him 6 here.
Really?
I'm putting Travis Kelce 6 on this list.
Seems low.
Don't you think it seems low? Wait till you hear my top 5, though.
Okay.
I think I got your 5.
Here we go. And we start with a Jalen. And I understand it's a quarterback-driven league. So you got to put the other quarterback on the ground. And I'm putting Jalen Carter here.
I like it.
And the reason why I'm putting Jalen Carter here is because he has been so special affecting the game from the middle of the defensive line. He said goodnight to the Rams in the same way Aaron Donald once upon a time said goodnight to the Cincinnati Bengals. He said goodnight to the Rams. He absolutely can ruin Super Bowl 59 in a way that nobody else, not even Fletcher Cox, was able to against the Kansas City Chiefs the last time. He's number 5 on my power rankings list of top 10 players in the big game. Number 4, out of respect.
Oh.
I had to put Chris Jones above Jalen.
Okay. Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Out of respect for having done it in this game just last year.
Every big game he's ever played in.
He has thrown Deion Dawkins in Josh Allen's lap.
Yes.
He has thrown various 49ers in the lap of Brock Purdy, including the one in overtime last year that forced a field goal for the Niners, led to the game-winning touchdown drive for the Chiefs. Chris Jones, out of respect, having done it before, is number 4 on this list. And now I'm putting Jalen Hurts here at 3 because he is the Eagles' quarterback. In many ways, you could say Carter may be the most impactful Jalen by the end of the day on Super Sunday. But for the Eagles to win, the concept is take Saquon out, let Jalen Hurts have to do it, just like he's done it, by the way, against the Eagles twice before. In the regular season last year, in the Super Bowl, where he had a candidacy for the most valuable player of the Super Bowl in a losing effort. Jalen Hurts is number 3 on my power rankings. Now, it just comes down to 2.
Yep.
Is it the guy who is the greatest 20s quarterback in the history of quarterbacks in the age of 20 of the National Football League? Or is it Saquon Barkley? Number 2 on this list is Patrick Mahomes. I'm putting Patrick Mahomes on this list because it doesn't, I mean, I guess the only thing that matters is if you could put number 15 on his ass.
Yeah.
In the Superdome, in the way that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did in Tampa. If the Chiefs offensive line comes up with a 0 sacks t-shirt again like they did the last time they beat the Eagles, I think this is the day for Mahomes. And even if Mahomes is down by double digits like he was in the last Super Bowl,
doesn't matter.
He wins it.
Yeah.
2 of his Super Bowl wins, he's been trailing by double digits, including the one 2 years ago against the Eagles at halftime. And so, yes, he is particularly impactful. But it's a Saquon Barkley world. And if the Eagles win Super Bowl 59, it's not going to be with this guy, I don't think, getting 50-something yards rushing. He's got to be Saquon. He's got to be impactful. He's got to hit for home runs. He's got to hit for short yardage. He's got to catch passes out of the backfield. He's got to create matchup problems. He's got to block blitzers on 3rd down that are coming from absolutely nowhere, because that's what Steve Spagnuolo does. He's got to be fully impactful in every phase of the game, and I think he can. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.